Hey students, we are so excited to be back in groups, and today we're going to look at a very important part of following the Lord, and that is staying in His Word. As we've seen at camp, we've seen the midweeks before, staying in God's Word and being in His Word with community is so important in our walks on a week-to-week basis. And we want to take a look at a verse in particular of what that looks like to follow Him in His Word. So we're going to look at Psalm 119, 105 today, where it says, "Your Word is a lamp to my feet and a light unto my path." So we want to start by taking a specific look at the beginning of this verse, where the Lord is telling us, hey, following my word is like a lamp. So what does a lamp do? Well, in my room, I have a lamp on my desk side table. And what it does, if I want to read or if I need to do homework, anything like that, I turn the lamp on to give me light in the moment for what I'm working on. But it would be kind of weird if I took that lamp outside, right? If I needed to see to get to my car or to walk over to my friend's house that lives right near me, that'd be kind of a weird experience, right? Well, you see, a lamp has a specific purpose, and it shows us what is right in front of us. And that's what this verse is saying here. When we follow the Lord and His Word, it shows us how to live out our lives on a day-to-day basis, moment by moment, interaction by interaction, in everything we do. Maybe that's interacting with teachers. Maybe it's doing your homework diligently. Maybe it's just going to a friend when they're in a time of need. Regardless of what that looks like, the Lord's Word gives us the wisdom and the strength to go out each and every single day and to do His will in our lives. Now let's take a look at the second part of this verse as well. So in the second part it says, "A light unto my path." So when we think of a path, especially through the woods or something like that, it's usually a long ways, right? You don't necessarily know where it's leading. You may not be able to see the end of it. So a path is very long, right? Well, the Lord's saying here that His Word is a light unto our paths of our lives. You see, we may not know what next year may look like. Maybe some of you are transitioning into high school and it's like, man, I don't know what my classmates are going to be like, my classes, what that's going to look like. Maybe some of you are transitioning into the upper grades of middle school and you're like, man, I'm not the youngest one in middle school. I'm not younger anymore. And I'm coming into this older season. Well, you see, with God's Word in our lives, He gives us a light to those paths that may seem dark in the moment. It's kind of like a flashlight. Let's say you're at a friend's house and the electricity goes out and you're in their room and you're like, man, I don't know what's going on. You'd probably be sitting there like saying, hey, where's the light switch? I don't know where it's at. Like, where do I go? But your friend probably be like, okay, I got this. It's pitch black, but I can go and find the switch. And they walk over and they find the switch and the light's on. You're like, wow, the light's here. It's incredible. Well, your friend knew what the switch was because they had been there while it was in the light. So when we hold on to God's Word in the same way, we become familiar with His truths. When we get in these seasons where we're like, man, I don't know where this path is leading, we're able to use His Word as a tool when we're in the darkness. Just like a flashlight shines its light for us when we're trying to see which way to go and which path to take. So when we combine the little things in life, like the lamp analogy, and we combine the big things in life, like the flashlight, and we put it together, God's Word radiates light into every single thing in our lives, with our time, with our priorities, with our families, with our friends. And if we hold on to God's Word, not only to ourselves, but together, we will be able to walk arm in arm in shaping the way our friends, our family, and our city views church. So as we get into our groups here and discuss this, my prayer is that God's Word will become more important to us as we walk together in pursuing Him.